Let's talk about what we've actually seen today. All right, and what I'll do is I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, just my direct conclusion, and then I'm gonna also re-upload the entire stream basically of us reacting and watching it for the past 2 hours. So if you do want to go back and watch what happened, you can watch the whole thing. But this is just a short and sweet wrap up of the entire Summer Summit for 2024, which goes from today, well, the 25th of September, and ends in late spring 2025. So this is what Jagex has announced. We'll start off with my overall feelings of this. I think out of 10 is probably like a soft 7, maybe. I think overall out of 10, like a soft to mid 7. I'm going to give it that 7 bananas out of 10. 6.9 if you will. Yep. So I'm glad that there was. I knew there wasn't going to be a raid announcement. I kind of like that there was no raid announcement. Although it would have been nice to see it in the Beyond section down here, for them to at least start planning it. I feel like maybe they want to toy with the idea of leagues and private servers a bit more to get some better ideas for a raid, which I guess is fine. Varlamore Part 2 being with the Rising Darkness coming in 3 weeks, I think this is good. This is a fat fucking tick. Let me give it some more color. Let's give it a nice green. Alright, this is a fat tick from me. This is good. The Curse of Arif, I have no idea what this is. I'm sure you guys know about this quest, but that's cool as well. The Rathmore Worm boss is basically a PvP dedicated boss designed for PvPers. This is not mandatory. There is nothing from this boss that you can gain a benefit from, or that you're going to lose out on in the main game if you don't PvP. So this is purely just to give love to the wilderness and the PvPers in general. And I overall think this is a good idea. And now if you are a no voter on PvP content and PvP polls, I'll be honest with you, voting yes on content like this is actually a big dub for everyone, because if you do go for your Void Waker grind or other aspects in the wilderness, this is more content for people to be distracted from, to not be attacking you with. Now, it will also bring weapons to the game to help kill you with as well, but I really think overall, the more life they breathe into the wilderness, the better overall for the game at the end of the day. Not going to be silenced by the paid actor voting no. That's totally fine, Hacksaw. This is a multi and a single way boss too, so you can always dabble in it, and I always like to encourage PvP activity. I like to encourage people to anti-PK, even if you're not big on PvP. Anti-PKing is more money per hour in the wilderness than anything else PVM related. So I personally am a fan of that. I do like PvP personally. So I'll be voting yes on that, and I encourage you to consider voting yes, provided the rewards are nice anyway, because if there's more people being distracted, there's more people, like PKs are going to want to go after people actually fighting this boss more than bots in Cavern at the end of the day, right? Never did PvP, but I'd try it. No harm in trying it at the end of the day. I'm like, jump in LMS and practice. There's nothing to lose in LMS but time. Now, Leagues 4. I unironically got goosebumps watching this, them announcing this. I didn't think I would over a league announcement, but I like the way that they are not recycling every idea. Again, I think this is a cool league idea. This could potentially be the best league since Leagues 2. Leagues 2 was the best league we had. What was that? Trailblazer, I think it was called. That was like the best fucking league we had. Leagues 3 was dog shit. Leagues 4 was great, but it just didn't have... It was just revisiting Leagues 2, you know? Leagues 2 was like the hype league, in my opinion. There's going to be new relics they're going to revisit, plus also bring some favorite relics back. But this combat mastery system, from what that tells me, in my mind, that makes me think that we're going to have everyone... Because the problem with previous leagues was that you'd have melee, range, and then mage, right? And you just basically spec'd into one, and then that was your primary melee style, or combat style. The other two were irrelevant. So like if you went mage, you were great at mage, but then like when you were doing all melee hand and range, it was just boring dog shit, right? What I think this means is that we're going to have skill trees that you can spec into for each one. So you have all 3 combat styles, but you can only choose one path per style, right? That's what I'm getting from that, which would be far more beneficial for everyone to take advantage of every combat triangle, right? Rather than only one combat style. That's what I think is going to happen. That's what I think I see at least. Poll up, vote on stream. Vote what? What is there to vote? That's what I'm taking away from that, which I think is a great idea. Enhancing bosses, that way there are no dead areas. Fremenic might actually be worth going to for once, which would be cool. And it's a seasonal game mode, so big W. Oh, there's a poll up in game ready. Oh, I'll figure that out later. The collection log, I think this is a big win. I think collection log is a win. I've been looking forward to this update. It looks like they're only half doing it. They're not going to do the bingo stuff yet, but they are working on that, at least from what they've said. Collection log update, mini menu improvements, bank deposit refreshes. This is just big player improvement, UI improvement, quality of life shit that I'm looking forward to. That's just going to make the game so much more convenient. Kind of down for the player and house update. Yeah, like that's going to be massive for sure. Now we've got giant bosses. Another tick. I mean, I'm ticking a lot of things here for a soft 7 out of 10, I'll be honest with you. Full summary blog, brother. I don't give a fuck about it. I'm doing my own summary blog, dude. Giant bosses. So, no keys is massive for these giant bosses. It's going to be a new dungeon. There's going to be lore behind it, which I guess some of you might give a shit about. New rewards. 2 giant bosses, Fire and Ice, which wraps it up. They're not going to be free-to-play bosses by the sounds of it, which sit the fuck down. But no keys to enter these bosses and to fight these bosses is big. Like, 'cause that's the problem with Obor and Briarfighter, right? So, giant bosses, that's cool. That's big. I like that. And then the final Varlamore update also sounds great. It really does. I like the idea of this new, what's it called? The Enrage boss thing. I like the sound of that. This giant sand crab boss, new fletching activity, new Slayer dungeon. Like, it's, for me as a content creator, it's just more shit for me to fucking just go on live stream and just pretend I don't know what I'm doing and interact with you guys, right? And it's just free content. It's more guides for you guys as well. It's free entertainment. Why the hell not, you know? So this is all big. The crab boss is going to be pretty funny. I like that. In the Beyond, they didn't talk about sailing for more than like 2 minutes collectively through the entire 2-hour segment. So that was a big tick for everyone. I'm glad they didn't sit there trying to sell sailing to people, because that would have just been a shit show. And they can't even sell it to us in like 6 blogs, I think, that they posted now. So that's big. HD and API coming. Looks awesome. This is great. Love this. Big improvements. And then I was vocal about this. I personally am not a fan of Project Xanaris. Now, there's multiple reasons behind this. Reason number one, they did like a skit throughout the stream where it was like Jimmy and 8sat interviewing people like it was Shark Tank, interviewing different content creators. And it went on for about 5 to 8 minutes, and it was boring, cringe, annoying, not funny. It dragged on. It didn't need to be as long as it was. I feel like they could have done a better job announcing it, presenting it. Not Jimmy's best work. So that was kind of shit. Now, the idea of community service is great. However, they have confirmed here on their website that you will be paying to rent the servers. They're working on a full cost breakdown. Different server sizes will have varying price points. There will be a charge for players looking to rent the servers, but we intend to keep the cost in line with industry standards for server rentals. So, yeah, look, some people are going to pay for that shit. A lot of you are not going to pay to rent. Now, someone rents it and you can play. You play for free, which is a big selling point. But I don't know how often and how long people are going to be renting these servers from. This means you've got to rely on someone to upkeep a cost on a server you enjoy to be able to play it, or you're going to be paying for a server that no one's going to be playing with you. That's going to really limit the amount of people that are playing the game, or playing these servers. These servers are going to be great for content creators, great for fun little events, great for clan events. It's going to be great for just custom inclusive content, right? But at the end of the day, I personally think within 6 to 12 months, there's not going to be a whole lot of these servers, and most people are going to be back on the main game because, like I said, no one wants to pull a T-bow on a custom server at the end of the day, right? They just don't want to. And a lot of people are saying, well, look at Roblox, how successful Roblox is with custom servers. Roblox and the base game of Roblox versus RuneScape, Oldschool Runescape, and the base game of Oldschool Runescape are completely different. Roblox relies on custom servers to stay alive. Oldschool Runescape is alive, bigger and better than it's ever been. It doesn't need custom servers to keep itself alive. I think these will eventually die off a server, KingCONDOR server, and everyone that spawns can't read anything. That's it. How much to rate a server? It'll vary depending on sizes. I think this will not be as successful as people say it is, and it won't ruin Oldschool RuneScape. So Project Xanaris coming to the game won't be bad. It won't ruin Oldschool RuneScape, but it will not be as big and as loved as people are saying it is. It's going to have nostalgic hype, that's it. Say that there's a bunch of custom servers already that do well for themselves. In Oldschool RuneScape, you mean private servers? Yeah, most people on private servers in Oldschool RuneScape private servers, the majority of them are banned from Oldschool RuneScape for botting or real trading, or are profiting off of it. Like a lot of Oldschool RuneScape private servers aren't like people trying to recapture that lightning in a bottle. No. Might be a stain more than the game killer. It won't kill the game at all. No, there will be very minimal negative impact from Project Xanaris on Oldschool RuneScape. There'll probably be no negative impact in comparison to positive servers, but positive impact. I just don't think I feel like there's better things to be announcing. You know, it wasn't very hype, and the way they sold it was very dog shit. Pro servers exist and paid money for those, yeah. But there's a reason that people don't play private servers as much as they play Oldschool RuneScape. You know. Kind of devalues demo mode in leagues, I think. Well, there's a reason why you play leagues and you get bored of it. How many people play leagues and play the entire way to the end, having as much fun as possible? This one might be a little different because of the combat mastery system, but every league I've played, I'll play for like two to 3 weeks. Once I reach my highest tier, and then especially when you start going dry on RNG with boosted drop rates, yeah, it's time to go back to the main game. I've done everything. I've got the points I want. Like, you do it for the points that you want from the shop, and then you move on back to the main game, you know? You already know you're going to have some creator charging their community to be on the server. Yeah, anyone charging money to be on the server will be banned. They have stated on the website that the RuneScape rules carry over to the private servers, to the community servers. So that won't be happening. Leagues actually has relevance in the main game. It does, absolutely, yes. Not being able to play on your main while playing League is one of the biggest gripes. At least the leagues can give you points in the main game. Private servers won't. Servers used by death matches. I don't think that real trading laws are going to carry over, so they shouldn't do. I think right now it's just being basic stuff. It isn't going to do well. Give it time. Custom stuff being allowed. People can make profit. It will be interesting. You won't be able to make a profit. There's no real trading. There's no trading between servers. They've announced that on the website, right? They'll be used for servers will be used for probably attempts at malicious content, but also it's mostly just going to be content creator stuff. People will be back on the main game. It just won't happen, man. I don't see it happening. But more importantly, while we're all here as well, the main reason I gave this a 7 out of 10 was because I was kind of hoping for some more. I guess what I wanted from Jagex wasn't what showed up. So it's just a personal, I guess, downpour. I've been waiting for this vampire fucking quest line for so long. Leagues being in the middle here, I actually was really happy about. I'm glad that they're ready to push that. That was a nice surprise. This not being a raid or a league announcement was a little bit of a letdown because I'm not a big fan of the Project Xanaris. The giant boss was a surprise, but a welcome one. I just feel like, I don't know. While I liked the majority of it, it wasn't anything super like, oh my god, wow. Leagues 5 was the biggest, like, hair-raising moment for me. But apparently there's a poll. Where the hell is the nearest poll station in-game? Let's do this poll as well while we're here. There's a new poll, which we may as well throw in here. Vote now, active poll. So let's do this as well while we're here. Is there anything about the new Dragon Boss? They just said it's coming with the Varlamore Part 2 on the 25th of September. All right, let's have a look. The Summer Summit. Should we add the Final Dawn quest as part of Varlamore the Final Dawn? Which one is that? Varlamore Final Dawn at the end there? Yes, we'll do that quickly. Yes. Should we add the new Doom of the Mockhiotl? Margarita. New PVM boss as part of the Varlamore Final Dawn. What the fuck? What? Yes, whatever. I like that. Intensity Long Tail. Intensity Crab Boss. Yes. Slayer Dungeon. Yes. Fletching Activity. Yes. Wilderness Boss in the game. Yeah, I'm voting yes on the Wilderness Boss. Collection Log System. Yes. Collection Log Summary Interface. Yes. Should we do ranks? Yes, absolutely. Sure. Rank, should we be able to add the cosmetic offhand? Yep, absolutely. Should there be collection of high scores? Sure. Should we allow Iron, Hardcore, and Ultimate Iron accounts to use certain whitelisted items to fill collection log slots that they acquired prior to December 2018. These will be tradable items that were on the log from launch. So what that means is if you have a Dragon Warhammer pre-2018 on an Ironman, should you have to get another one? There's no other way to have gotten a Dragon Warhammer. So, look, I don't have an Ironman pre-2018. I think voting no is griefing, okay? I know everyone's saying voting no, but the reality is voting no is literally griefing, right? That is a fact. And I kind of want to vote no because of that as well. Like, so yeah, we're griefing. Fuck the Ironman, dude. Yeah. But like, realistically, you should be voting yes. But yeah, vote no for griefing. Look, Dragon Warhammer's 1 in 3,000 now anyway, who cares? But that's what that's basically saying. There's no other way to have the item on your account at the end of the day. But yeah, we're griefing. Should we add sub-menus to the game as described in the blog? This will let you select options for actions like rub on jewelry without needing to open a dialog box. Yes. Oh, sorry, yes. Should we update the bank deposit interface? Yes. Should we add option to lock inventory slots as described? Yes. Player and house customization? Yes. Should we add Curse of Arif to a remake? Yeah, sure. I'm down for new quests. That's cool. Should we add the zombie helmet as a reward from some new high-level armored zombies? I want to know what the zombie helmet is. I know they mentioned it briefly, but like, give me something. Give me something. What's it called? Curse of Arif? Zombie helmet, 50 strength and defense to equip. It sits between the Dwarven helmet and the Inquisitor's Great Helmet as a crush focus head slot. You'll need to repair. Okay, so it's completely fucking useless. Sure, I don't care. Should we add new giant bosses? Yes. Notice how they don't mention Project Xanaris. Or anything leaves. Fair enough. Look, I think vote 12 if you want to grief Iron Man. Vote no for 12 and vote yes for everyone else. That's what I'm doing. And we submit it. Grief the Iron Man. Fuck it. Vote yes, vote no on 12, big gay. Too late, we've griefed. So good night everyone, thank you very much for coming by. If you haven't hit the subscribe button down below, I'd greatly appreciate it while you're here. And I will see you all in tomorrow's live stream. Good night. This is the easiest move in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy, look at him, goddamn! Fuck me, look at that boy. It's huge! You got a big boy.